The grandpas travel for the fun of it. We like to see interesting places and have a laugh or two. We take our time. If any of that appeals to you, come on along with us. We'd love to have you.
Located about an hour outside of Lisbon, we got to tour the amazing royal town of Sintra with our tour guide David Santos.
Not only is it deliciously colorful, it's also the best preserved medieval palace in all of Portugal. From the 15th century, this has been the summer residence of the royal family of Portugal, and they built it to get away from the heat of Lisbon. And as you can tell, it's frequently in the clouds, like today.
Although it got to 100 degrees down in Lisbon when we were visiting, it was much cooler up here. And you know, Grandpa Bobby has got to talk about the architecture. This castle is amazing. It's a romantic blend of both Muslim and Christian styles, and it's almost a fantasy.
My inner kid had a field day going through all the arches to explore this romantic fantasy castle.
The castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's famous for the use of the decorative tiles called azulejos. The interiors of the palace are just as elaborate as the exteriors. And no, Grandpa Scott, we can't take this bed home with us.
I'm no designer, but I don't think this is mid-century modern.
Some people with us thought the design was a little over the top. What do you think? Leave a comment in the section below and let us know.
This spiral staircase led down to a delightful little room where you could have tea.
But no time for tea for us. Once outside, our tour guide David let us know that he wanted to show us a place that very few tourists get to see.
The Parc de Peña is a landscape of over 200 hectares that stretch around the royal palace. Entirely man-made, this beautiful park has over 500 species of plants from all over the world. Because most visitors here come by bus or large tour group vans, and they go from the palace to the Moorish walls, they don't get to see this park.
David, our intrepid tour guide, has led us every step of the way. After traveling at our usual breakneck pace, it was great to just take an hour to walk through this tranquil garden, kind of like taking a vacation from vacation.
I couldn't agree more, Grandpa Bobby. I know that it really recharged my batteries.
But pretty soon it was time to follow our tour guide David on the next stop of our adventure.
Thank you to everyone helping us grow our channel.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Moorish castle overlooking Sintra here in Portugal.
And some of you may be surprised to see three of us. And we want to introduce our very special tour guide on this, David Santos, who has just been phenomenal, showing us things, sharing insights. You know, David, what's your favorite part of being a tour guide?
Hi, I'm David. I like to meet new people, wonderful people like this couple here. They are very energetic, very lively. Despite Sintra being very hard to explore, they are up to the task and we'll explore it.
Yeah,
David is really sweet because it's all on hills, and let me tell you, y'all know how I love climbing up hills.
as Grandpa says, why do they always have to put castles on top of hills? But we're going to do our best and check this one out.
So we're off to explore. Stick with us.
The walls and towers of the Moorish castle loom over the valley, and you can see for miles.
The entire complex was built by the Moors over the 8th and the 9th centuries to secure the area. It was later captured by the Christians in 1147 after their conquest of Lisbon, and the fort surrendered without a fight, which is why it is still so well preserved today. Fully restored in the 19th century by the king, it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's an amazing place to visit.
But not so great for a nap.
And yes, your grandpa's walk to the tippy top of the highest tower. There was a lot of walking and climbing that day.
Who are you kidding? There was more climbing than walking.
And no sooner than we reached the top than it was time to go down to Sintra.
This charming town is the first European site to ever be recognized as a UNESCO cultural landscape for blending parkland with historic buildings.
It's called the birthplace of romantic architecture, but it's just a charming town to just stroll through and tour. And what better way to celebrate the cultural history of the area than watching them hand make the famous pastel de nata treats?
David had one last adventure for us before we headed back to Lisbon.
He took us to one of his favorite spots along the west coast of Portugal, and the views were amazing. The cliff walls plunging down into the ocean were just incredible. One of the great things about having a private tour guide is visiting places you might never have seen on your own.
Wow, what a way to end this day.
Amazing. From palaces to castles to beaches, we have seen it all today.
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. We have some more to do while we're here in Lisbon, and the good times just keep rolling.
More adventures to come.